Hey, Brad Thomas here. Also, the song of, I guess, Top Gun. It's kind of in the background, whatever, the love song. But I've got the radio playing, that's neither here nor there. What we have here today is some red maple. This is a swamp maple that came out of our property up in Tennessee, and we are making this up into a foot of the bed bench. We're going to be putting hairpin legs on there, and we're going to go ahead and show you how I make this. We've already planed this down at my buddy Neil's place. So it's going to be absolutely, perfectly planed out, which is really nice with that helical head. And we're going to go ahead and just do some final touching of the sanding up there, and then we'll apply some oil. I'll apply the oil real time so you can see how beautiful this is. I'm going to throw in a time lapse right now. This is one of two pieces. The second piece is that piece of ash right there. That's going to be the behind the sofa type table. First things first, we're going to work on this. Kind of show what it looks like finished up, and then we'll work on that second piece. Stay tuned. Alright, so now we are going to do what everyone loves, and that's apply the oil. First off, we're going to apply this mineral oil, which I've already done to the bottom. So you already kind of have an idea what it's going to look like. It's going to look amazing. We're house got on contract just the other day, so we're in the process of moving everything out. So I'm working out here so I don't dusty up everything in the shop. There we go. Alright, it's just food grade mineral oil, nothing special. It really just brings out that gorgeous color in this wood, keeping it natural. We want to, bring out the natural beauty within the wood. We don't want to superimpose any other colors or stuff into it. We want it to be essentially like if you put water on this. This is the natural beauty of this swamp maple, red maple, whatever you want to call it. And I think our friends are really going to like this piece. I really like this piece. I've made a few pieces out of this, and I've been happy every single time. That's just gorgeous. And see where I have like a little hole right here? There you go. Just drop that oil right into there. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening here on the farm. We're moving. We moved the wife and kids up to Tennessee, so that's kind of sad. Tomorrow, I think next weekend will be our last weekend at our church down here as a family. So that's sad. Fantastic church community down here. Fantastic school. The kids' last day of school was last week, and they had my daughter really took it hard. It dawned on her like she's leaving and she won't see these kids again unless we get stationed back here for some reason, which would be cool. I'd be totally cool with that. But yeah, it's sad, but at the same time it's part of being in the military. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Now we're going to add the Howard's Feed and Wax. This is what I put on stuff that's not going to be food grade. It's just like a wax coating. It's got oils, just mineral oil and stuff like that in it, but it also has orange oil, and it has beeswax and stuff like that. And that just helps to give it a really good seal, protectant and everything, and also it slows down the drying process. And I put it on pretty thick, and I'll put multiple coats of this on. The mineral oil, this is really thin mineral oil, so it really, you know, we put quite a bit on there. It seeps in a lot. This is gorgeous. So I'm doing it out here in the, well, it was the sun. We got a cloud right now. That helps to really draw it into the wood. And my goal on these things is to have really no sharp edges. This is going to be a bench to sit on. So if I can run my hands across it like this without getting splinters in it, that's good. You never want to get splinters on finished wood. That would be bad. And I think that turned out really nice. Very beautiful piece. Very simple piece. But we want to bring out the elegance of the wood, the natural beauty of the wood. I had a couple come over the other day. They wanted a mantle, but they wanted a mantle that was live edged and a certain side. And I had, what did I have? I had a black walnut mantle. They think they got a black walnut mantle. And while they're here, they're like, well, we like this piece a whole lot, but it doesn't have any like live edge to it. And I said, well, no worries. I've got a power carver that cuts all wheel and everything. And I just carved out and just followed the grain of the wood and let it do it. And the mother, she was like just ecstatic. She's like, you know, I've never would have seen what you pulled out of that wood. And I said, it's not what I pulled out. It's just, you know, I can trace pretty well. I was just following the grain of wood and bringing out the beauty that is within. And that's kind of what I like to do on these. I don't like to do a lot to these because I am not a master woodworker. This is natural. This is like nature, you know, grew this. This is awesome. Yeah, it feels good. I'm just getting I got some pieces of paper towel on there I can feel. So there we go. That's a beautiful foot of the bed type of table. I think they're going to really enjoy that. And I'll do another coat of mineral oil on that, or not mineral oil, excuse me, the feed and wax. So yeah, I think it turned out well. Let's work on the next piece. I'll do a time lapse again. Okay, so on this one here, this is some ash right here. I just trimmed up both edges and everything, and unfortunately I have some checking here where it's coming apart. And also this piece right here, as you can see, it's narrow on this side and it gets wider down to that side. Now I want to kind of keep it uniform, and one of the tricks I'm going to do is use a jigsaw. You angle that head, and I've kind of marked on here with a pen or a pencil, excuse me. I'm going to kind of make a new live edge on this front here and take away this section that's separating. That's going to have all these splinters and stuff like that. And I'm going to give this kind of I'm going to follow the curve that's naturally there kind of, but just bring it in a little bit. So it should work. Wish me luck. I think this will work out just fine. But what I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to come in somewhere around this check right here. That'll be about the average width that we're kind of looking for, somewhere in that range. It'll taper off here. It'll be a little bit wider in the middle. I think it'll work out very well. So, without further ado, I'm going to put on a time lapse. We'll do a time lapse from start to finish on this one. And then we'll show the final products of the two together and show kind of how the different species work. Stay tuned. right, folks, there you have it. Turned out very nice. We have a red maple bench, followed by a spalted, they're both spalted, but a spalted ash behind the sofa table. I think this turned out very well. As you can see, it's pretty uniform. It does taper down there a little bit. I had to take off a little bit on this side, but it did all right. I was trying to make it as uniform as possible. And then really the only thing I gotta do is I gotta tweak the legs on the one table a little bit. The bench is set up good, but once we get it into a level surface, because I really can't use the floor here in my shop as a level surface because of the varying pieces of the wood. These are very beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful, very solid, and very unique. There's all sorts of colors and stuff in there. I'm very happy with these turned out. As you can see, the ash here, it's got all the different spalt, crazy grain that ash has. It almost has like a digital pattern to it. And then it's very unique. And I left this little spot right here. I just thought that was cool, like a reddish spot there. I think that's pretty neat. And then on this maple here, again, just beautiful. A lot of different colors. It's got a lot of greens. You got some reds, some tans, some browns, the black with the bug holes and everything. It looks very beautiful. But all in all, pretty cool. Almost like a matching set. They are different species, but the color tones work out very well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe. We'll see you around, and be safe.